between the visiting Oglethorpe University Stormy Petrels and your Trinity University Tigers. At this time, we ask if you are able to Now let's meet the starting five for both teams. First, the visiting Oglethorpe University Stormy Petrels. Guard number 3, Maria Melton. Guard number 11, Anna Conza. Guard number 12, Marley Goddard. Forward number 20, Camaria Rivera. Guard number 23, Sheraton Foster. Head coach of the Stormy Petrels, Jason Jonas, assisted by Kat Frisbee. The Oglethorpe University Stormy Petrels women's basketball team.
Hello everyone and welcome in to San Antonio, Texas conference play in the SAA between the Oglethorpe University Stormy Petrels and the Trinity University Tigers. Hello everybody, I'm Cole Isaacson. As we're all set for tip-off here in CalGuard Gymnasium. Bit of a humid day here in San Antonio, Texas, but the weather inside this gym is always basketball weather, starting 5 on each side. First for Oglethorpe, Aaliyah Melton, Anna Kanza, Marley Battle, Camaria Rivera, and Sheridan Foster. And then for Trinity, it's the usual group that will start out there for Coach Cameron Hill: Kylie Minter, Ivory Scott, Livy Savageau, Sky O'Rourke, and Natalie Greenwood. We're all set to go here from One Trinity Place in San Antonio, Texas. Oglethorpe starts with the ball. Start with a record of 9-3, one of the best teams in the SAA. So we get this going. Some early ball movement here. Kanza gets it. Top of the arch. Now Battle. Shot clock under 10. Kanza looking for any options. Battle has to huck it from distance. Bit too strong. And off the hand of Melton, out of bounds. Empty possession early for the Petrels. Now here come the Tigers, an early steal. It's Battle taking it away from O'Rourke, intercepting that pass. Kanza couldn't get it to go, and now the outlet to Minter. The pass to Savageau, couldn't lay it in, and the rebound for Melton. Quick moving game so far. Shot is up, and it goes. The first points for either side in this one. Scott loses it on the handle, and they call a kick. Oglethorpe will take over the ball. So offensively, it's a couple tough turnovers in their own end for the Tigers. One, an intercepted pass from the hands of O'Rourke, and then the kick off the foot of Ivory Scott. Rivera, who leads the Petrels in just about every statistical category you could think of. But the Tigers take over the basketball. Scott, cross court, Savageau, hot from 3, misses there. And it goes out of bounds. Unusual for Livy Savageau to miss like that. She's led the team in scoring in their last 3 games, all 3 since she returned from a lower body injury. Here's Battle crossing the timeline. Petrels up 2-0. Rivera loses it, but gets it back in the paint where she's so good and able to put it in off the glass. Camaria Rivera averaging over 17 points a game. Here's Savageau, 3 again, too strong. O'Rourke able to secure the rebound. Open shot again, Savageau. 3rd time, not the charm there, and that out of bounds off the hand of Ivory Scott. Or the Petrels will take over. So very unusual start for the Tigers, down 4-0. Livy Savageau 0 for 3 from distance. They do call that Trinity ball, actually, so the Tigers take over possession. Scott working with it. Tigers trying to get their first points of the game. Greenwood, long 2, gets it to go. And there they are. Petrels able to beat the press. Rivera guarded by 3 Tigers, now finds an open teammate from 3, just rattles out. And the rebound for Natalie Greenwood. It was Melton who missed the shot from distance. And now here's Savageau. Greenwood, top of the paint. Gets it to Scott. Long 2, and this is a tie game early. Back-to-back scoring possessions for the Tigers after a slow start. Now they get into their press. Battle trying to break it and will cross the timeline. Foster gets it back to Battle. 15 on the shot clock, guarded by Minter. Bounce pass, Rivera. Now an outside shot, Battle charging in the lane and fouled.
Harley Battle fouled on the play.
So Battle will shoot 2. First foul for Trinity. Believe that was against Sky O'Rourke. First of 2 shots. Got it. It's an Oglethorpe team that comes into this game 9-3. They were 15-12 last season. Second round exit in the SAA tournament, already well on their way to their win total of last year. High free throw goes in again from Battle, 2 for 2. Minter, really her first chance with the basketball and gets it from the elbow. Kylie Minter, who leads this team in scoring on an average of per game basis. And they call it travel, so the press working for Trinity. Melton turns it over. Seen Oglethorpe early in this game able to break that press, not the case there. Game tied at 6, Trinity takes over with possession. Minter thought about 3 for a second, thinks better of it, now gets it to Scott. Turning around and an open look for Minter in the corner. Got it! Nothing but net! And Trinity with their first lead of this game. Petrels trying to break the press, the ball on the ground, and Minter scoops it up. Trinity basketball. So in the past, earlier in the year, we saw the Tigers start out of their press and work their way back into it. In this game, starting immediately in the press, and it pays dividends.
Trinity basketball.
The 9-6 lead. Scott able to corral it on her own end of the floor. Clock now to 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Scott with the basketball all the way and gets it to go. Nearly end to end. Foul called. And it goes against Oglethorpe. Offensive foul on Rivera. And our first substitution to this one, Rivera and Melton will come off the floor. Phillip and Schaefer on the floor for the Petrels. Trinity on a 7-0 run. They've made their last 5 shots. An offense finding the rhythm a little bit in this one, their largest lead of the game. O'Rourke finds the cutting Minter, gets it to Greenwood. It's good! And the avalanche of Tiger momentum continues. A turnover. Minter thought about 3. Quick pass off the hands of Aaliyah Schaefer, and Trinity will keep the basketball. Oglethorpe's head coach Jason Jonas not happy with a non-call there around the timeline that led to the turnover. Inbounding pass is intercepted though. So maybe from their point of view, a ball don't lie situation. Battle. Pressured by O'Rourke. Has to shake her, now in the paint, scoops it up and in. And that will break the 9-0 Trinity run. Oglethorpe with 4 turnovers in the last minute and change. Meanwhile, this Tigers offense doing whatever they want in these last several possessions. Minter tried to go up and in, but an empty possession there. Pass inside, Phillip. Kind of a no look, and Battle gets it back. Top of the arc, just puts it up, and it's good. Rattles in the first 3-pointer of the game for the Petrels. Now just a 2-point deficit. Minter with space. Maybe trying a bit too much there. And that'll take us to our first media timeout. Trinity with the 13-11 lead will step away on Tiger Network. Welcome back to Calgard Gymnasium in the days before the second semester of this school year will begin on campus of Trinity University, but no break for these players. 13-11 Trinity with the lead in their second conference game of the season. Both of these teams 1-0 in conference play. Trinity with the dominating win over Southwestern, a game where they scored over 90 points. Oglethorpe trying to break the press, and they do so successfully. Schaefer loses the ball, and Trinity will take over. Yes, a lot of the second unit on the floor, or at least some of it. Emma Winans and Allison Even checking into the game for the Tigers. Scott, Minter, and Savageau remain out there. Savageau passes it. Even couldn't get it, and now the Peach-Rolls take over. Opportunity to tie the game. Battle, who's played the entirety of this one. Pass outside. Elder. Peach-Rolls trying to get it to the inside. Tipped there. Battle in the paint. 6 on the shot clock. That one doesn't go. And stolen by Minter, eventually ending that possession. Savageau, quick pass. Winans gets it to go off the backboard. Bit of a trap there along the sideline, but the Peach-Rolls able to escape. Overhand pass. Charging in and just can't get it to go. Lauren Phillip doing what she could. Even trying to escape, not able to do so. Peach-Rolls get it back. The steal from Winfrey. And the whistle blows. Looks like maybe a backcourt violation there. Head coach Jason Jonas arguing his case, but won't do him any good. And we've got more substitutions coming on. Jalen Martin, Jivi Casaras, and Dana Gingrey will come onto the floor. We'll see the replay here. Pretty close. Looks like she caught it on the front part. Martin to the perimeter. Allison Even loses it, and ball will stay with Trinity. Oglethorpe seemed confident that was going their way, not the case. And another substitution comes on for the Peach-Rolls. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Pass into Winans. Gets it to Allison Even. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Got to put it up. Does so and gets it to go. And just like that, the Tigers opened up their lead to 6 once again. Bits of pressure there. Ball out of bounds, and Trinity ball once again. So the Tigers getting a lot of these calls along the sideline, and this one actually looks like it's getting overturned to Peach-Roll ball. See a quick replay here. And tough to tell. Pass inside, foul, and could not convert the three-point play or convert the basket to at least get a crack at one. Camaria Rivera will go to the line, and that's something that Oglethorpe loves to do. 8th in 3 free throw attempts per game this season. 24.5 is what they average. First one is good. Talking to Coach Jonas before the game today, he said that they want to. Second shot is good, and a substitution will come on. Sheridan Foster comes into the game for Battle, who gets her first break. Says that they want as many free throw attempts as possible. They preach aggression and physicality, and because of that, they get fouled. High pass from Martin into Caceres. Winans has it. Spin and kind of an awkward shot, but the rebound goes right to Martin. Puts it off the rim. And a foul call. Then Winans digging in for that basketball. So Oglethorpe will take over. Down 4. Foster. Now Melton, a lot of the starting unit back out there for the Petrels. Heavy pressure from Allison Even, who gets the steal. Had a couple of turnovers when she first came into the game, but a little bit of redemption getting one of her own. Pass to Martin, under 2 minutes to go in this quarter. Quick shot, Winans doesn't go. And the pressure from Caceres. Nearly able to force the turnover, but the Petrels work the other way. Oglethorpe, nice move in the paint. The shot not able to go. Sheridan Foster, some creativity down low. Coach Jonas saying that that's the team's method, inside out. Everything starts in the inside, and then they'll take threes when they can get them. Here's a 3 for Trinity. It's even, just short. And the rebound to Oglethorpe. Now 35 seconds on the clock. Petrels trying to manage this possession time-wise. Rivera can't get it to go. And we'll see which way that ball's going. Some substitutions coming in for each team. Ivy Meharry comes on for Trinity. And Brooke Herdman on for Oglethorpe. It is Petrel basketball. No field goals in the last 4 minutes for Oglethorpe, and there's a turnover. So Trinity to take over the basketball with the shot clock off. Dana Gingrey, high pass, and here's Even. And they call a kick on the Petrels, so Trinity will reset things at the other end. 19 seconds on the clock. Allison Even all set to inbound. High pass, and that's going the other way, going for Caceres, cutting in towards the basket. Elder inbounds, and here's an opportunity. Foster circling around. Clock down to 9 seconds. Heavy pressure by Even. Will she get a shot away? She's only got 4 seconds. Now cuts in all the way to the paint and is fouled. So a lot of running for Sheridan Foster on that last play to basically end the quarter. Trying to break up the Oglethorpe scoring drought. Currently down 4, and it'll stay that way. First free throw is short. Petrels want to attempt as many of these as they can. They believe it's a big part of why they've been so successful this year. Second one is good, and it cuts it to 3, and that is how the quarter will end. A good one for the Tigers overall. They lead 17-14 over Oglethorpe. The second quarter is next. Stick around on Tiger Network. Welcome back to San Antonio, Texas. Trinity with the 17-14 lead over Oglethorpe as we are all set to start the second quarter. Oglethorpe 9-3, Trinity 5-7, but they've won 5 of their last 7 games after starting 0-5. Coach Cam Hill saying that they break the season into segments of 5 games, now into that third stretch. Went 4-1 in that second stretch, and here's a turnover to start the quarter from their defense. It was Greenwood who came up with it. Now it's Minter or Rourke. That starting unit back on the floor. Greenwood loses it for a second, and then Minter wasn't ready for the pass. Some of these passes from Trinity early on have been a little odd. Seems like some of the teammates aren't necessarily expecting them at times, as 2 players hit the deck. Nothing called, no harm done. Kanza crosses the timeline, a bit of a jump pass. Foster faked out O'Rourke and gets it to Rivera. High off the glass, and it bounces in. Rivera, who leads the team in basically everything for Oglethorpe. Tigers trying to cross the timeline. They do so with Scott. Minter charges in. Jump pass to Greenwood, who gets it to go off the glass. Rivera with 17.2 points per game, 54% from the field. Leads the team with 17 blocks. It's not even close for second. Takeaway, and Savageau gets her first points of the game, and 1. Another turnover caused by this Trinity press, and Savageau fighting through all that traffic. Gets it in off the backboard. And now she'll shoot 1, trying to complete the 3-point play. Substitution here. Brooke Herdman coming in for Malia Melton. Got it. And the Tigers add 1 more. Savageau, who's led the team in scoring in each of her last 3 games, but here's a chance in transition. Foster passes it to Rivera, and an easy bucket for such a good player. Oglethorpe running a press of their own. Trinity beats it. It's O'Rourke, fouled and gets it to go. So back-to-back 3-point play opportunities for Trinity.
To the free throw line, 1 shot.
Sky O'Rourke makes it. Back-to-back 3-point plays. Battle just short. Doesn't touch the rim, and here's a long pass. Open as O'Rourke in transition. Off the glass and in. And now the Tigers starting to play the type of game maybe they want to. Rivera maybe trying to take it over, and a spinning shot there. Cross court, it's Minter. Now Scott, open 3. Just too strong. O'Rourke nearly trying to take the basketball there. Oglethorpe wanted a call. Thought she was being a little too aggressive. Steps out of bounds. Herdman tried to convert the cross-court pass, wasn't able to do so. Tiger basketball up 7. An entertaining game so far with both teams running the press. Lots of takeaways either way. Here's O'Rourke. Loses it on the bounce pass. Greenwood able to get it, but gives it right back. So off the intercepted pass, Foster. Here's a jumper, Rivera. Just short. And Greenwood able to get the rebound. King breaks the press. Maybe has a lane. Here's Savageau, open in the corner, just short. Tigers reset. 15 on the shot clock. Minter, who's been quiet with scoring today. Ivory Scott. Savageau doesn't want it. 5 seconds, Greenwood can't get it. And a foul called against Sky O'Rourke trying to get the offensive rebound. Caller for a push, and a substitution comes in. Channing Seegers coming in for the Petrels. And she'll be joined by Lauren Phillip. Rivera will get a rest. Substitution also for Trinity. Maddie Mueller enters the game for the first time today. Battle at the rebound, and it's good. Lauren Phillip fresh into the game. Deficit now at 5 for Oglethorpe. Maddie Mueller, her first touch of the basketball. Gets it to Savageau, who she replaced when she was out of the lineup. Sky O'Rourke able to convert that basket. Mueller was the addition to the starting 5 when Savageau was out of the game, but now that Savageau has come back into this lineup fresh and healthy, she's put up 3 straight 20-point performances. Foul called. Greenwood tried to get the rebound, but wasn't able to do so, and now we see why. Substitution coming on for Trinity. It's Elaine King. Elaine King, who was abroad for the fall semester, missed the first part of the season. Talking to Coach Hill about having her back and just having a senior cornerstone member of this program, even regardless of how she plays, just having her in the building is such a big thing because the other players can lean on her experience. She's on the floor now as that shot from Minter goes. A long 2 for Minter. The lead now 31-22. Cross-court pass. Oglethorpe breaks past the timeline. Battle fouled. And that will be, players are lining up for free throws, but the official signaling that this will come from the baseline. They call Elaine King fresh into the game. Tigers team that slowly just gets players back. Foul called there. So Oglethorpe will inbound once again. That foul on Minter. Battle. Contested, has to work to get into the lane. Puts the shot up, it doesn't go, but fouled going up, it looks like. So the 3rd consecutive foul committed by Trinity, and this one will result in shots. Battle's 2nd time to the charity stripe. And it's good. Such a high arcing free throw. That one too strong. Mueller takes over for the Tigers with the rebound. Savageau from Minter, bounce pass to Mueller. O'Rourke. Mueller in the corner. Cross court O'Rourke. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Loses it for a second. Savageau gets it back. 6 seconds. Mueller puts it up. Doesn't go. In and out. And a foul on the rebound. As that will be Oglethorpe basketball. Foul on Elaine King, it looks like. And that brings us to immediate timeout. 31-23. Trinity heads into this timeout with the lead. We'll step away on Tiger Network. Welcome back to San Antonio, Texas. You see the key number on your screen that'll point out 3-point percentage for the Tigers only at 12%, well below what they usually tick at. Trinity 23rd in the nation in 3-point percentage, usually coming in at 34%. So Anaconza will now shoot 2 shots. And the first one goes. Oglethorpe doing what they have done very well statistically. Mentioned it earlier, 8th in free throw attempts in the country. They love to get fouled, and it's part of their game. 2 for 2 there for Kanza. Scott to Minter. Most of his first unit still remaining out there with the addition of Elaine King. Some traffic there. Scott couldn't fight through it. Savaggio. Tigers working it around the outside. Corner 3. Scott can't get it to go, and the rebound secured by Battle. Able to cross the timeline, guarded by Scott. 4:12 on the game clock here in this second quarter. Kanza thought about it. Now just takes a long 2, and it comes up well short. Just off the front end of the rim, and Minter goes the other way for Trinity. Makes a move and now finds Mueller. Savaggio looking for her first 3, gets it. Only a matter of time for Livy Savaggio. Coming off a 20-point game against Southwestern. Kanza 3 doesn't go, rebound secured. Seeger's able to secure it and gets it to Battle. Battle fouled, and she'll shoot 2, it looks like. And Oglethorpe now in the bonus. Some substitutions come on for each side. Allison Even and Emma Winans on for Trinity. And Briley Elder on for Oglethorpe, along with Lauren Phillip coming back into the game. First shot misses for Battle. She's been money from the line usually. Rivera also checking in for the Stormy Petrels. Second one is good. Makes it an 8-point game. Even gets it to Minter. 3:20 on the clock. Quick ball movement there. Minter, maybe an open 3, doesn't want it. Allison Even. Long 2, short. Rebound bounces around, but it's secured by the Petrels. Shot up from the paint, it goes. Lauren Phillip. Minter, bounce pass. Now Scott gets it. Lots of ball movement here. Winans on the elbow. Savaggio, long 2, gets it. Maybe she's getting going. Livy Savaggio, 49% field goal percentage. Here's a 3, and it goes. Channing Seegers, welcome to the game. Minter, quick 3, too strong. And the rebound for Rivera and the Petrels. Minter only held to 7 points so far. Battle. One of 2 Petrels in double digits in terms of scoring. Shot from the paint doesn't go, and Trinity able to secure the easy rebound. Outlet pass to Minter. 3, Savaggio short. And a whistle blows. Timeout called by Oglethorpe as they have cut this deficit to 5. 36-31, Trinity maintains their lead as we take a break on Tiger Network. Welcome back to Calgard Gymnasium on the campus of Trinity University. Trinity with the 5-point lead over Oglethorpe. The inbound from their own end. Minute 30 on the game clock, and maybe a steal for Minter. Just missed it. Got a tip on it. Pressured, and Kai Stratton able to take it away newly into the game. Minter lays it in off the turnover. So Trinity capitalizing on some takeaways once again. Their lead up to 7 now. Rivera, battle for 3. Misses it, and that hops out of bounds. It'll go to Trinity. Substitution, Sheridan Foster comes back in. Minter. Now Kai Stratton. Pass inside, Allison Even. Turnaround. Trying to get her own rebound. Saying it was off Oglethorpe, and apparently it was. So Trinity all set to inbound. 43 seconds and change now on the clock. High pass, Minter thought about a quick 3. Goes down hard, nothing called. And the basket doesn't go either, so Oglethorpe coming the other way. Foul called. And Cam Hill arguing that call, maybe upset that Minter didn't get a call on the other end as well. Some compounding frustration for Trinity. And a technical called, maybe on Coach Hill for arguing the call. Tough to tell from here. And it will actually be on Kylie Minter. Battle gets the tee, but misses it. At least the first one. She'll get another attempt. 33.4 on the clock. And some substitutions waiting. Second one rattles in. Dana Gingrey will come on for the Tigers, replacing Minter. You'd assume that her first half is done. And now looks like more technicals coming. So maybe one assist to Minter and one assist to Coach Hill. At least that'd be my best guess. Rivera makes her first one. And Rivera will make the second one. And it looks like actually those were the regular free throws, so they just shoot them all without anybody lining up in their regular positions. So some free points for Oglethorpe there. The deficit now only to 4. 26 seconds. Shot clock still on. Now at 10. Battle, trying to take all the time she can. Now to 2 seconds. Just has to put it up. It's not going to get there. And Livy Savageau on the ground in the paint. Very, very slow to get up. And she's still down. And while they check on her, we'll step away. Welcome back to San Antonio, Texas. Looks like Livy Savageau is okay. She remains into the game, took some contact to the head. Trinity gets it with 6 seconds, even gets it to Savageau. She might just have to shoot it. 1 second, Stratton dribbles, and that will not have enough time to materialize. Either way, Trinity will go into the locker room with the 38-34 lead. You see the numbers on your screen. The field goal percentage heavily in favor of the Tigers, but the three-point shooting still down to 16%. Tigers will look to get that up as this game will roll on into the second half when we come back on Tiger Network. Trinity with the 4-point lead as we head to the break. Welcome back to the campus of Trinity University, where the Tigers have the 38-34 halftime lead over the Oglethorpe University Stormy Petrels. Tigers will roll with the same starting five that started the game, and so will Oglethorpe. Tigers with a 4-point lead and leading in a couple of statistical categories. The main one that I'm sure Coach Hill is thrilled about is the rebounds, up one in that category. Tigers came into this game with not a very good rebound margin. Averaged getting out-rebounded by 9.3 rebounds per game by their opponent. Now, a lot of that came with the absence of Natalie Greenwood in particular, and now getting Elaine Kane back as well, I'm sure will help that number as the season goes along. Either way, Trinity, I'm sure, thrilled to see results going their way in that area. Team that entered this game 5-7, but winners of 5 of their last 7, trying to make it 6 of their last 8. As they have the 4-point lead and the basketball to start this third quarter of action. It'll be Sky O'Rourke to inbound to Ivory Scott, and we're underway in quarter number 3. Bounce pass to Greenwood, looking for the cutting Minter. Finds Minter in the corner for 3, doesn't go. Now going the other way, it's Foster. Oglethorpe works with Kanza. Misses that one completely, and Trinity goes the other way with O'Rourke. Minter crosses the timeline. Ball fake, O'Rourke. Lob pass, Minter barely keeps her feet in and then loses it. Ball on the ground, and a jump ball. Battle, it looked like, diving down for it along with O'Rourke. And Oglethorpe has the possession arrow, and now they have the basketball. Battle gets it back after the inbound. One of 2 players in double digits for her team with 11 points. Rivera leading the team in the first half with 12. Foul called. That was Malia Melton, who ended up on the ground. Looked like she may have gotten tripped. First foul of this half for the Tigers. Oglethorpe, they get fouled a lot. They ended up in the bonus in the first half. Would love more of the same, I'm sure. Pass to the outside. Foster just wide. Battle able to keep it in, but it goes right to Savageau. And Minter going in transition. Fouled going up, it looked like. We'll see if that's the call. Definitely a foul on the Stormy Petrels. And she will shoot 2. Foul on Sheridan Foster. Her first of the half. One of 3 seniors that head coach Jason Jonas highlighted. Kind of their core group. Melton, Rivera, and Foster, who've been here for so many years. Minter misses that first one. Kanza checks into the game. Or checks into that spot, at least. Kind of confused me the way she ran in. Minter makes the second one. Adds a point to the Trinity advantage, now up by 5. Oglethorpe breaks the press, now some transition opportunity. Spinning and makes the shot, it's Melton. What a move there. Now Savageau, open corner 3, just offline. And a foul called. And Jason Jonas can't believe it. Arms out wide. Maybe doing his best imitation of a Stormy Petrel there. Trinity ball. Cutting, O'Rourke, what a move, and it goes. So if you're an Oglethorpe fan, the ball may have lied there. Now they have the basketball. Battle, who averages 10 a game, already over that average in this one. Collects the high pass. And now goes for three. High arcing shot, but off the backboard too high. Minter thought about the quick three. She's done that a couple of times in this game. That's Greenwood in the paint. Turnaround shot won't go. Here comes Oglethorpe. Battle. Has controlled some of the possession in this game. Gets it back. And that pass just a little offline. Kanza wasn't ready for it. Slips through her fingers. And now two substitutions will come on. It'll be Elder and Aaliyah Schaefer checking in for Oglethorpe. Scott gets it back. Full pivot from O'Rourke. And it works out that she gets a basket out of it. Battle, driving into the lane and gets it to go off the backboard. Battle's been such a good scorer in this game, trying to answer some Tiger points. Trinity trying to get some points here, and it's Greenwood. Natalie Greenwood now up to 8 points in this one. Sky O'Rourke, the only Tiger in double digits, at 11. Savageau and Minter both at 9. Here's a three. Kanza doesn't go. O'Rourke tried to get the rebound, and it will stay with Trinity. Two substitutions now on, one for each side. Sheridan Foster comes on, and Allison Even for Trinity. Quick pass, and got it. Aaliyah Schaefer. Scott, now to Savageau. Bounce pass, we'll see where that will go, and it will go to Oglethorpe. Oglethorpe keeps inching back in this game. Feels like the Tigers will go up by 8. Oglethorpe will cut it to 5, but it feels like that's about as close as they can get. Came into this half down 4, and that's around where the deficit has remained. Foster. Here's a shot from distance, doesn't go too far. Elder tried the long three. Quick move from O'Rourke, tried the bounce pass, but it's stolen by Battle. Working in transition, guarded by Ivory Scott, and the shot won't go. Rebound for Allison Even. Even stops and eventually crosses the timeline. Savageau. Scott maybe had an open look. 15 on the shot clock. Scott. Allison Even for three, just offline, and the Tigers continue to be cold from beyond the arc. Something they've been somewhat reliant on throughout this year, but despite that, beating one of the best teams in the SAA by 5 right now without their best attribute. Rivera can't get it to go, was bumped in the paint. Tigers the other way, wide open three, it's Scott, gets it! You knew one would fall eventually with how prolific they are from beyond the arc. Working through traffic, Battle. Thought about the jumper, instead passes it into Rivera. Turnaround off the backboard and fouled. Substitution, Jaden Winfrey looks like she's coming on, as is Ivy Meharry, and a timeout is called on the floor. Trinity up by 8. Oglethorpe will shoot when we return on Tiger Network. Welcome back to the campus of Trinity University. The Tigers up by 8. Rivera will shoot 2 to try and thin that deficit. Currently tied the leading scorer on the day for the Petrels at 12, and it'll stay that way for now as he misses the first attempt. Take 2. Got it. And another substitution will come on. Lauren Phillip entering the game for Oglethorpe. 7-point game. Minter gets it back. And now Savageau. See if they can get the 3-point game going. Passing it around the arc. Minter, jumper. It goes. Tigers' lead is now 9. They've made 4 out of their last 5 field goals. Here's a shot for 3. Doesn't go. The rebound doesn't go either, but the third try. Now a 4th attempt for Oglethorpe, and it goes. 3 offensive rebounds in a row for Oglethorpe, and they eventually cash in on the possession. That was Phillip who ended up finishing it. Minter defended well. Shot clock at 12. Even. Traffic. Jump ball called. Lauren Phillip creating that opportunity. And Akanza entering the game. And Emma Winans checks in for Trinity. Possession arrow now will switch back to Oglethorpe. Trinity has the ball. Quick 3. Minter way high. Kind of works like a pass. Savageau, basically from the charity stripe, is fouled. It's basically a free throw with a running start. The shot didn't go. The foul on Aaliyah Schaefer. Savageau will shoot 2. Mentioned it a couple of times today. Savageau's 3-point percentage and field goal percentage, the exact same coming into this game, both at 49%. Misses that free throw. One of the most impressive parts about her game, but the 3-point shooting has been off for the Tigers tonight. Only at 18% when it averages above 30. Oglethorpe not doing very well themselves from distance, only at 17%, but that's not really their game. Here's a 3. Too strong. And O'Rourke gets the rebound. Sheridan Foster who tried it from the corner. And a foul called. Tigers will take the basketball. Field goal percentage numbers dominated by Trinity. Quick 3. Savageau connects. And maybe the 3-point shooting will come to life on that one. Tipped pass and a collision. 2 players down. Sheridan Foster for Oglethorpe. And it looked like Allison Even involved in that collision. For Trinity, though, up quickly. Nobody lingering on the ground. Minter will check out of the game for Trinity. Ivory Scott in for the Tigers. Oglethorpe with the basketball. Finding themselves down 11. One of their largest deficits of the day. Shot for 3, won't go again with the offensive rebound. And it's good. Offensive foul, though. And Oglethorpe can't believe it. Lauren Phillip had the basket. And she gets the foul. And there have been a couple times when Jason Jonas has been in disbelief over a call. Let's see it here. And maybe an elbow. Sent O'Rourke flying all the way to the ground, and the Tigers collect the basketball. Points off the board for the Petrels. High pass, even. Savageau made her last one, can't connect there, but gets her own rebound. Quick two rattles out. A quick moving third quarter. 2 minutes remaining. And an offensive foul called on Oglethorpe, and Anna Kanza can't believe it. Her coach is right there with her, sharing the same reaction. Still arguing the call as we'll head to a timeout on the floor. Take a look at some of the numbers here. That three-point percentage now up to 21% for Trinity. Was at around 12 earlier in this game, slowly but surely working its way up, but that field goal percentage has just remained the same pretty consistently for both sides. Oglethorpe in the 30s, Trinity in the 40s, and that's a very easy way to win a game if you're going to outshoot the other team by that much. Oglethorpe came into this game having won 4 games in a row. Jason Jonas saying that a big part of their offense, scoring 70 points in their last 3 games, is that the shots were just going in. It was a prolific offense as of late. Big reason why they were winning. But today the shots just have not fallen. Only 43 points on the board, or excuse me. Now they put up 43. Definitely behind the pace that they have been over these last several games. The foul is on Anna Kanza, and Trinity, just like that, is in the bonus. 6 fouls on Oglethorpe. Talked about how often Oglethorpe is fouled. Definitely not used to some of this going the other way. Even gets it back after the inbound. Emma Winans, shot blocked. Looked like it was Rivera. I mentioned earlier how she leads the team with 17 shot blocks. Maybe add another one there. Foster. Winfrey. Now Rivera runs into some defenders there. Here's a 3. Doesn't go. Aaliyah Schaefer tried it from the top of the arc. Jalen Martin, a new substitution, nearly loses it. Gets it back after Savageau recovered. Here's a 3. Even sinks it. Allison Even with the odd-numbered basket. And Trinity up 57-43. Whistle blows here along the sideline. And some substitutions will come in. Dana Gingrey replaces Livy Savageau. And Battle and Melton, 2 of the starting 5, coming back onto the floor for the Petrels. Here's Winans. And a foul called on the collision. We'll see if they say it was as she was going up. Looks like it is. She'll shoot 2. Tigers currently on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes and change. The Petrels have not scored in the last 3 minutes of this game. First shot is good. Asked Cam Hill if thought his team's swagger was back after that 0-5 start. Winning 5 of their last 7. He said their swagger is developing, but that everybody was definitely locked in more because conference play was here. Outlet pass. Foster, nice move and gets the basket. Under a minute here in this third quarter, 40 seconds. 59-45, the Tigers with the advantage. Winans backs up, turnaround. Doesn't go, and Kanza secures the rebound. A turnover, though. It's Martin. Gingrey into Martin. Here's a shot. Winans couldn't get it, and now the shot clock's off. 14 seconds. Battle with the last possession of the quarter. Finds herself on the ground, and Oglethorpe will keep the basketball. Timeout called. 7.9 seconds on the clock. That to retain possession for the Stormy Petrels. We talked about Oglethorpe's offense as of late. They've scored 70-plus points in each of their last 3 games, a 4-game win streak, and even their losses have been mildly impressive. 2 of their 3 losses to top 10 teams in the country. They lost to Emory and Hope on the year. Both of them were ranked number 9 in the nation at the time where they lost the game. So losing the top 10 competition, nothing to be ashamed of, and they have the 9-3 record on the year. Senior leadership combined with how good Rivera has been has led to a nice, successful season for Oglethorpe. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, they were 15-12 last year, already with 9 wins. Well on pace to get to that 15-win mark and surpass it. Coming out of the timeout, 7.9 on the clock. Oglethorpe trying to get a basket to enter the 4th quarter with, thinning this deficit. And a violation called. So Trinity now with the 7.9 seconds to work with. Pass into Martin, they have to work quickly. Even. 3 seconds. Might just have to put it up. Tried to pass it in. Martin gets the shot away, and she's fouled. So not what you want to give up. A foul at the buzzer. So Jalen Martin fouled for the first time today. Will shoot 2. The basketball version of an untimed down. Then we'll have some quick discussions. Cam Hill huddling his players currently on the floor. I guess going over some of the strategy. Maybe Annika can fill us in on Sunday as to what they might be talking about in this situation. Either way, the Tigers up 59-45. Both these teams 1-0 in SAA conference play. The Tigers coming off of a win against Southwestern and in a position where they pretty much need to win their conference in order to make the postseason. We're in a similar position last year, made it all the way to the SCAC title game in their final season in the conference. Were unable to get the conference title. Trying to make this year maybe different. They do put 0.4 seconds on the clock, so that was what the delay was about. Jalen Martin will shoot 2. First one is short. Very similar free throw taking style to Battle of Oglethorpe. High arcing shot. 0 for 2. And that ends the quarter. Trinity happy with that third frame. 59-45. They have the lead over Oglethorpe. Stay tuned for the 4th quarter on Tiger Network. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter here in CalGuard Gymnasium. The Trinity 5 that will start this fourth quarter are the same ones that started the game. They've been out there for the last several minutes. Meanwhile, the entirety of Oglethorpe's team was huddled around their head coach, Jason Jonas, discussing how they want to mount this comeback. Came out of that huddle seemingly fired up, ready to go. They're going to need to play almost perfectly to overcome the deficit, the hole that they've dug themselves. A lot of it has to do with the numbers that you see on your screen. That three-point percentage has really rebounded for Trinity up to 25%. It's dwindled through Oglethorpe, down to 13%. As the Tigers dominated that third quarter. Turnovers not helping the Stormy Petrels either. Turned the ball over 21 times as opposed to the Tigers' 12, a palindrome for Reed Rosales if he's watching. Starting this fourth quarter for Oglethorpe. Battle will cross the timeline. A foul ended the last quarter for Trinity. It was on Natalie Greenwood, and that's why Oglethorpe starts with the ball, for those wondering. Foster to Battle. Rivera passes in. Nice bounce pass to Kanza, who was able to secure it. Now in the paint, some nice ball movement as Battle will shoot the three, and again, the three-pointer is just not happening tonight for Oglethorpe. Brooke Herdman also on the floor for the Stormy Petrels. The only player out there who's not a part of this regular starting five for Oglethorpe. O'Rourke gets it for Trinity. Savageau, who now leads the team in scoring as of tonight, would be her fourth game in a row leading the team, but her competition, Sky O'Rourke, makes a basket, puts the Tigers over the 60-point mark. Rivera spinning, won't go. Rebound contested, and Minter able to come away with the basketball. O'Rourke, nice move, and gets it to go, and one. Now up to 15 points on the night, the team lead. Sky O'Rourke, who's already converted one three-point play. 8:34 on the game clock. Trying to balloon the margin, unable to do so though, but Trinity gets the rebound. Savageau. Now to Minter, who's passed up opportunities to shoot the three tonight. Savageau, jumper, and good. Falls down and pays the price, but well worth it. Largest lead of the night for the Tigers, up to 20. Shot, and the rebound for Rivera. Her shot doesn't go, gets her own rebound back though, fouled. And she will shoot. Foul on Natalie Greenwood. Kimara Rivera getting 2 offensive rebounds in that possession. Ashton Jones will check into the game, the first year, seeing her first action in this one. Replaces Herdman. First shot goes for Rivera. Oglethorpe's had this game started the way that they would have wanted to. We're at the foul line pretty consistently. Rivera makes the second one. But since then, their opportunities at the charity stripe have dwindled. Maybe a situation that they don't feel as comfortable in. Team that preaches getting more free throw attempts than the other team. Greenwood long two, just short. And a whistle blows. Looks like that's on Sky O'Rourke. So the Petrels will take over the ball. First foul of the quarter for Trinity. Long way to go and a short time to get there. Trying to continue their win streak. Tigers trying to stop it at 4 in a row. Here's a three, and Akanza sinks it. Nothing but net from the corner. And just like that, a 5-0 run for Oglethorpe. Travel called. They get Ivory Scott, and a turnover that was needed for Oglethorpe. Riley Elder inbounded. Now Anaconza has it. Guarded by Minter. Now Battle can direct traffic. Gets to Kanza again though. 6:40 left to go on this one. Here's a jumper. Kanza just too strong. Rebound off the glass too high. This another opportunity. It was Anaconza coming in to get the loose change and puts it home for two. Now a 7-0 run for Oglethorpe. All this over the last minute 20. Greenwood bumped, gets it to Scott. High pass cross court. Minter tries the jumper and sinks it. So that'll end the Oglethorpe scoring run, but still in a better position than they were just 3 minutes ago. It's Battle who crosses half court. Contested pass, and maybe not wise in that situation. O'Rourke ends up with it. Substitutions. Jalen Winfrey checking in. And Ivy Meharry will come in for Trinity. Replaces Natalie Greenwood. Tigers with the ball. Pass in. Meharry gets her first points of the night. Kanza, after the press is broken, Rivera takes the jumper. Too strong, and Meharry getting the rebound already with a bucket and a rebound since her entry into this game. 69-52, O'Rourke. Minter, after some ball movement, shot clock to 15. Game clock to 5:10. Shot clock now down to 5. Minter sinks it and looks back to her bench. Kylie Minter maybe starting to feel it, now up to 15. Pass nearly stolen by Savageau. 6-0 run for Trinity as a Petrel hit the deck pretty hard, and now a push called. That was Anna Kanza who hit the floor, and neither coach seems to be happy with the officials right now. They call it on Ivy Meharry. And now the game will stop with a timeout. 4:42 on the clock. Trinity with the 71-52 lead. We'll step away on Tiger Network. Trinity in control of this one in the fourth. Welcome back. 4:42 on the clock. Tigers up by 19, coming off a 6-0 scoring run over their last minute 20. Rivera. Quick shot doesn't go. The rebound for Kanza, able to fight for it. Foster makes the long two. So the offensive rebounding once again coming in clutch for Oglethorpe. O'Rourke able to reel in that high pass and gets it back to Scott. Tigers 3 for their last 3 on field goal tries, trying to keep that momentum rolling offensively. And a foul called. And Akanza is the one who gets it. And now Battle will check back into the game. Tigers will take over on the baseline. 4:18 to go in this one. Savaggio into the lane, just a bit short, and Rivera gets the rebound. Foster nearly has that one slip away from her, able to reel it back in. Here's a shot from distance in the corner, it doesn't go. Rebound for Kanza though, she's been all over those. Second chance opportunity cashed in. Anna Kanza hasn't made necessarily a big impact on the score sheet, but her rebounding has been exceptional, particularly in this quarter. Here's a three. Savaggio got it. And just like that, Livy Savaggio finds her rhythm from distance. Savaggio now up to 18 points on the night. And that gives her the lead. Would be her 4th consecutive game with the team lead in points. Missed the previous 3 games due to a lower body injury. Has come back strong and talked to Coach Hill about that, what's allowed her to be so successful. Says that part of it's just unselfish play from the rest of the team, willing to get her the ball, but it's about executing from the rest of the team and getting her open looks. But in the end, she is the one who has to sink them, able to do that. It's all started with good inside-out passing, and part of that is just the return of Natalie Greenwood. And this team just looks like a different team since they got her back. Remember talking to him when they got Natalie Greenwood back, saying how much better the practices were, how much better everything flowed from the inside out, and that's what they really want to do. Says ever since then, the practices have only gotten better, and the preparation from his team has just been exceptional, and you see that on the floor. Trinity team that was picked by many to finish towards the top of the SAA. Currently up against a team who right now finds themselves near the top of the SAA, at least by overall record, at 9-3. Dangerous pass, and it's intercepted. Savaggio wound up with it. Scott, Tigers just content to wind down this clock at this point. Shot clock down to 15. High pass, Meharry. Now Savaggio, and the ball movement just taking time. Shot clock down to 5. And a collision. Minter finds herself down on the ground. Just players diving everywhere for the loose ball. And Minter getting helped up from her teammates. Took a pretty hard fall there. Looks like she'll stay in this game. 3:05 left to go on the clock. Oglethorpe takes over. Kanza. Here's a three. It is off the rim and no good. Reminder that after this game, Oglethorpe versus Trinity men's basketball will commence. Doubleheader here on Tiger Network. You'll want to stick around for that one. Trinity men's team coming in at 9-3, a hot start to the year under Marwan Al-Rakabawi in his first season. Here's a three. Savageau connects another one. 3 for her, last 3 from distance. Loose ball. And players just swatting at it. It results in a jump ball. O'Rourke all over that, and she usually is. Tigers on a 6-0 run over the last minute 14. 5 of their last 6 on field goal attempts. Olivia Savageau now with another 20-point game on her season. Coming off of one against Southwestern. Kanza doesn't get it to go, and again, the shots from distance just didn't go tonight for Oglethorpe. Wasn't something that necessarily relied on throughout the season, but if you're going to be 15% from distance, it is going to be tough to win. And an offensive foul called there. They call it on Ivy Meharry. So the Petrels get the ball back. Some substitutions coming on. Jalen Martin, Maddie Mueller, Jivy Caceres. As Minter, Savageau, and Sky O'Rourke will all come off the floor. Clock now under 2 minutes, and that pass is intercepted by Scott. Tries to keep it in, but ends up giving it right back to Battle. Anna Kanza. Rivera fouled on entry by Martin, it looks like. She'll shoot 2. Rivera, who's had an unbelievable season. This shot goes. Now she has 16 on the board. 10 rebounds, so a double-double night, but overall, somewhat kept in check, I would say, based on her previous numbers. Somebody that you definitely have to stop if you're going to beat Oglethorpe. She leads the team in basically every category. Still a double-double, a productive night for her. This pass tipped, and it will stay with Trinity. 1:33 now on the clock. Maybe a statement game from the Tigers. That pass goes back. Mueller collects. Martin, nice pass. Caceres rattles in and out. Looked like it was going to go, not the case. Martin fouls Rivera in her own end. Oglethorpe now in the bonus, so we'll shoot shots for that. Tigers won 91-66 in their last game. This not quite the margin that one was, but still an impressive victory. More substitutions for Trinity. Kai Stratton enters the game along with Ava Dixon. First shot from Rivera is good. Second one rattles in, 2 for 2. Now a 17-point game. The inbound is stolen. Rivera, jumper, can't get it to go. The rebound would have been a 3-point play potentially. Doesn't fall, so she'll shoot 2. And now the free throws coming in for Oglethorpe that they're maybe used to. This will be their 21st free throw of the game. Or excuse me, 25th, it rattles out. This one goes. And a timeout called by the Tigers as the ending of this one drags on. Minute 10 left to go on the clock. The men's teams Both ready for this one. Coming up after this, Oglethorpe men 4-8, Trinity men 9-3. Definitely something you're not going to want to miss. Stick around. But in the meantime, the women's game just finishing out. Some of the leaders so far: Libby Savageau, 21 points. She leads the team, would be her 4th consecutive time doing that. She also leads the team in assists today. 5 assists, and then Rivera, unsurprisingly, leading the team. 20 points, 12 rebounds, and then Marley Battle with 4 assists leading that category. Tigers look like they will remain undefeated in SAA play. Only 2 games, but 2 for 2. That's all you can do in 2 games. Press is broken. Maddie Mueller now pressured and nearly turns it over. Now does. Foster couldn't get it to go on the layup, and a foul. And some of the Trinity fans growing a little restless with the officiating. Caceres gets that foul. Sheridan Foster will shoot 2. First one goes. Coming up for Oglethorpe, they will head to Southwestern on Sunday, a travel partner schedule of the SAA. Trinity will host Barry on Sunday. That pass tipped, and looks like it'll stay with Trinity. The inbounds have been a little bit of an issue in this last 30 seconds of game time. Oglethorpe will then head to Suwannee and Center the weekend following. Bounce pass to Stratton. Ava Dixon can't get it to go. Travel called anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. 50.2 on the clock. Meanwhile, for the Tigers, they'll be a game within 500, trying to get to 500 for the first time all season. They started 0-5, was their worst start since the 90s. Another foul, and this time Anaconza will shoot 2 shots. It's interesting that Oglethorpe are the ones down, Trinity the ones fouling. That's just the way it goes sometimes. This will help Oglethorpe's free throw numbers. It's a goal that they aspire to. They want to have the most made free throws in the conference, Coach Jonas said. Says it's tough with Millsaps in the conference. They routinely lead that category, but they're going to do the best they can. And now a timeout called by Trinity. And with that, we will step away on Tiger Network. 45 seconds left to go in this one. Trinity up 77-65. Welcome back to the campus of Trinity University. Trinity with the 12-point lead, 45 seconds left to go in this one. And now the buzzer blows. And it looks like we weren't quite ready, so we'll reset everything. Jalen Martin to inbound. And another turnover. Dixon couldn't secure it. And that's part of the advantage of being up by as many points as the time. And now all of a sudden, with the margin being within 10, some of the starters will come back on to finish this one out for Trinity. And again, the inbound an issue, but this time Trinity able to recover it. Ivory Scott just stalling for time. You wonder when they're going to foul. And now they will. Even will inbound. 22.3 seconds on the clock. Gets to Greenwood. And now the foul called. Some sarcastic applause from this crowd. Growing a little frustrated with the officiating, it seems. 20.3 seconds on the clock. Foul called again, and it's only a matter of time before Trinity enters the bonus. And they'll keep doing this until they get there. O'Rourke back to even. They caught in the trap and fouled. Actually stepped out of bounds, so it will be Oglethorpe ball. They get the turnover they needed. 15.6 now on the clock. Currently on an 11-0 run, kind of a sneaky one. A lot of it has come from free throws. Battle. Can't make it. The offensive rebound and the foul. Rivera fouled again. Up to 20 points on her night. Try and add on with 7.5 on the clock. First one's good. This will be the 34th free throw. And it's good. Minter. And jump ball called. So the trap set by Oglethorpe, and they get the basketball with 5.8 on the clock. A lot of work to do in that 5.8, but they're doing what they need to do, making this more interesting. And looks like a time violation called there. Pass to Greenwood, fouled immediately, 3.6. Oglethorpe playing out the end of this game before they head to Southwestern. And finally, it seems that Trinity's in the bonus. So they'll shoot two. Oglethorpe, this was the game that they wanted to play in a lot of ways. They prioritize free throws, and they have 34 attempts, 28 makes. This will be Trinity's 13th free throw attempt. It's no good. And a timeout called by Oglethorpe with 3.4 seconds on the clock. Well, sometimes the game will end quickly, and sometimes it will drag on like this. Oglethorpe going over their in-game situations, but as for Trinity, an important win for them. Now up to 6-7, and an opportunity against Barry on Sunday to climb to 500 for the first time all year. Team that is recovered from their 0-5 start. Talked about how Coach Hill broke up this season into segments of 5, 4-1 in that last segment. That one loss coming against a top 25 caliber team in ETBU. The schedule just loaded with teams like that, and that's a big reason why Trinity stumbled out to that slow start. Seem to be back on track now. 3.4 seconds of game time at least, away from a second conference victory on the season. Rivera makes a move and is fouled. 0.9 seconds on the clock. Well, she's getting a lot of free throw practice. Oglethorpe getting to their game late, but not enough to win this one. First one is good. Trinity has turned the ball over 7 times in the last 2:42. A lot to clean up at the end of this game. Second free throw is good. Pass inbounded, and that is the end of this one. Trinity gets the win. 77-71. The Tigers 2-0 in conference play. They take down Oglethorpe. Came into this game at 9-3, now leaves it 9-4. The leaders for each side: Livy Savageau, 21 points, and the leader in rebounds with 6 was Sky O'Rourke. And then Rivera, unsurprisingly, 24 points and 13 rebounds, enough to lead the team in both categories. That'll do it for us in San Antonio. Stick around for the men's game. That's going to be up shortly. We're supposed to tip off at 8, but will likely be delayed. So just stick around to see when that tip-off will come. We'll be back for that one shortly. Oglethorpe versus Trinity. But the women take this one for the Tigers, 77-71. As I have been Cole Isaacson saying so long from San Antonio.